The city is humming a frantic tune, but I'm in a bubble with the afternoon. A stack of papers, a sharpened lead, trying to quiet the noise in my head. The window is framed in the square of the sky, watching the cotton candy clouds roll by. No notifications, no digital rain, just the soft humming of a passing train. Everything urgent can wait at the door. I don't need to hurry or worry no more. And we're painting on a canvas of blue, where the only deadline is being true to you. Let the ink wander, let the thoughts drift wide. There's a beautiful ocean flowing inside. In this wash of blue, you'll find your way through. The shadows are stretching across the floor. I'm finding the things that I ignored before. The logic of numbers, the beauty of prose. It's funny how fast a quiet hour goes when you stop checking the hands on the clock and let the ship settle inside of the dock. It's not about the mountain or how high you climb. It's about the rhythm and the texture of time. Simple and steady, easy and slow. This is the only way for a spirit to grow. And we're painting on a canvas of blue, where the only deadline is being true to you. Let the ink wander, let the thoughts drift wide. There's a beautiful ocean flowing inside. In this wash of blue, you'll find your way through. Just blue, 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 blue. Just blue, just blue, just blue, blue, blue. The deepest kind of peace. Let the pressure cease. Just you and the blue. The stairs are creaking a familiar song. This is the place where the quiet belongs. The scent of old paper and cedar wood. I'd stay here forever if I only could. The rain is a drummer on the slanted roof, giving my solitude a living proof. It's a secret garden made of ink and glue. 1,000 stories waiting for you to pick up the thread and follow the line. In this attic of ours, everything's fine. In the attic library under the eaves, life is as simple as turning the leaves. No heavy burdens, no mountain of care, just the soft golden light and the stillness we share. Put your records on, let the music be free. In the attic library, it's just you and me. You're tracing the margins of a dusty page, finding a wisdom that doesn't have age. The world is a blur through the window pane, but here in the shelter there's nothing to gain except for the magic of a focused mind, leaving the chaos of the masses behind. If you get lost in the middle the silence taught. It's okay to pause, it's okay to stay until the gray clouds have faded away. In the attic library under the eaves, life is as simple as turning the leaves. No heavy burdens, no mountain of care, just the soft golden light and the stillness we share. Put your records on, let the music be free. In the attic library, it's just you and me. Turning the leaves, turning the leaves, turning the leaves. Keep the light on, just keep the light on. You've got a list that's 3 miles long, thinking that resting is somehow wrong. You're holding your breath till the work is done, but you're missing the feeling of the morning sun. Your heart isn't a motor, it's a living thing. It needs a little space to learn how to sing. The tea is getting cold, but the spirit is warm. There's a quiet safety in the middle of the storm. Don't look at the calendar, don't look at the screen. Just look at the space that's falling in between. And slow down the clock, let the seconds just breathe. You've got so much magic tucked up in your sleeve, but it won't come out if you're chasing the day. Let the hands of the clock just wither away. Slow down the clock, you're doing okay. The ink on your fingers is a badge of soul. You don't need the fragments to be a whole. If you finish one page or you finish a line, as long as you're present, you're doing just fine. The stars didn't rush to get where they are, and you're already shining, you beautiful star. Exhale the must-dos, inhale the now. You don't have to figure out the when or the how, just the here, just the this. Don't let the beauty be the thing that you miss. And slow down the clock, let the seconds just breathe. You've got so much magic tucked up in your sleeve, but it won't come out if you're chasing the day. Let the hands of the clock just wither away. Slow down the clock, you're doing okay. Tick tock, stop, let it go, just let it go. Curtains are dancing with the ghost of a breeze. The sunlight is dappled through the apple trees. You've been staring at the same line for an hour or two, wondering if the world is moving faster than you. But the ink on the page doesn't care for the race. It just wants to find its own quiet place. So lean back, let the shoulders drop low. There's no heavy tide, just a gentle flow. The kettle is whistling a soft melody, and I'm pouring a little bit of peace for thee. Put your records on, let the dust just fly. You're a bird in the garden, not a plane in the sky. Take a sip of the honey in the tea. Let your mind drift wild, let your heart be free. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be. Your hair's in a knot and your socks are mismatched. There are dreams in your head that are finally hatched. The clock on the wall is a rhythmic sound, keeping your feet on the solid ground. Don't worry about the chapters you haven't read yet. Life isn't a debt that you have to forget. So lean back, let the shoulders drop low. There's There's no heavy tide, just a gentle flow. The kettle is whistling a soft melody, and I'm pouring a little bit of peace for thee. Put your records on, let the dust just fly. You're a bird in the garden, not a plane in the sky. Take a sip of the honey in the tea. Let your mind drift wild, let your heart be free. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be. Blue, green, and golden hues, you've got nothing left to lose. Just the weight of the should-be's and the could-be's. Just breathe. Yeah, just breathe. A little bit of honey, a little bit of quiet. Go on, turn the page. You're doing fine. You're doing just fine. The streetlights are waking up one by one, but I'm not finished with the setting sun. I've got a sweater that smells like the sea, and a quiet room that's waiting for me. The shadows are long and the air is so sweet. A golden carpet laid out on the street. I'm watching the dust motes dance in the light before the day whispers goodbye to the night. No need to rush to the edge of the world. Let the story of the day stay softly unfurled. There's a silence that speaks in a language so old, and it's wrapping us up in its velvet fold. And it's woven gold, the way you breathe, with magic hidden in your sleeve. You don't have to try, you don't have to run. You're already warm as the morning sun. And it's woven gold, let your heart be bold. You're worth more than what can be bought or be sold. Your coffee is cold, but your spirit is bright. Finding the rhythm in the fading light. You've spent all day giving your pieces away. Now keep a little for the end of the day. It's not a waste to just sit and just be, like a silent rock in the middle of the sea. Cracks where you've been. Every scar is a thread of a different hue, making a masterpiece out of you. Yeah, it's all part of you. And it's woven gold, the way you breathe, with magic hidden in your sleeve. You don't have to try, you don't have to run. You're already warm as the morning sun. And this woven gold, let your heart be bold. You're worth more than what can be bought or be sold. Stay in the gold, don't let it fade just yet. You're a treasure, don't you forget. Woven gold, just go. The asphalt is burning, the city is loud, but I'm finding a pocket inside of the cloud. I'm taking the path where the clover grows wild, with the curious heart of a wandering child. The heavy leather shoes are left by the gate. Today the world can just go on and wait. Can you you feel the pulse of the earth on your skin, that's where the healing finally begins. No walls around us, just the open wide. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Barefoot on the grass, easy and slow, watching how the wilder flowers grow. You don't need a map, you don't need a rhyme, just stepping out of the rush of time. Let the green world wash your worries away. We've got all the light in the day. The dragonflies dance on the edge of the stream. Life is a waking and beautiful dream. I'm reading the wind like a favorite book, giving the meadows a lingering look. Every blade of grass is a song of its own, the sweetest music I've ever known. Unplug the wire, let the static go. Wait for the seeds of the spirit to grow. Deep in the roots, deep in the soil, far from the struggle and far from the toil. Just the grass, keep walking, keep dreaming, keep the earth beneath your feet. So sweet, just walking home. The light is a liquid, it's pouring in slow, turning the room to a honey-like glow. The dust motes are spinning like stars in a jar, reminding me exactly of where we are, on a spinning rock in a velvet sky, while the busy world just passes us by. My eyelids are heavy, my heart is so light, the ink on the page is finally right. No more questions, no more whys, just the peace that lives in your eyes. In the velvet afternoon, everything stills, the shadows are climbing the western hills. Let the melody wrap you in a soft embrace. There's no other winner in this quiet race, just the velvet afternoon and the space to breathe. The cat is a statue on the windowsill. The neighborhood noises are suddenly still. There's a magic in doing absolutely nothing at all, just watching the patterns dance on the wall. You've done enough, you've given your best now. Let the afternoon do the rest. Soft as a whisper, smooth as a dream, floating away on a lavender stream. Don't wake me up, don't break the spell. Everything's going to be so well. Velvet, so smooth, so deep, before we drift to sleep. In the afternoon. The notebook is heavy with the things you don't say, the worries you've carried since yesterday. But words are just ink in a sheet of white, they don't have to stay in your chest all night. Tear out the pages of what if and why. It's time to let all those heavy things fly. Fold them with care, fold them with grace. Give them a wing and a little bit of space. One by one, let the gravity break. For your own heart's sake, watch the paper planes sailing away. The heavy thoughts don't have to stay high above the trees, high above the rain. Release the pressure and release the strain. They're just paper planes, and you're free again. Some of them spiral and some of them glide, carrying the secrets you used to hide. The wind doesn't judge where they happen to land. It just takes the weight right out of your hand. The blue sky is empty, the blue sky is vast. You're letting go of the ghosts of the past. You don't need to carry the whole world tonight. Just focus on keeping your own spirit light. Let the wind do the heavy lifting for you underneath the sky. So you fly away, don't look back into the blue. Everything's new, just paper planes. The clouds are a heavy and beautiful gray. The rain is washing the morning away. But here in the shelter, we're warm and we're dry, watching the silver tears fall from the sky. The eaves are a shield and the walls are a hug, curled up together on the old wool rug. The tea is steaming, the spirit is calm. The sound of the rain is a healing balm. No need to go out, no need to perform. We're in the center of a peaceful storm. Under the eaves where the world is a blur, listen to the quiet in the way it can stir the things in your soul that are finally free. The version of you that you wanted to be. Under the eaves, it's a perfect place to breathe. The garden is drinking, the trees are in bloom. There's a soft green light inside of the room. We're tucked in a corner, a space and of time, while the thunder is playing a gentle chime. It's a day for the dreamers, a day for the slow, watching how the steady rivers grow. Let the rain wash the dust from your tired eyes. The earth is singing its softest lullabies. And we're safe and we're here and we're whole in this sanctuary for the soul. Rain on the roof, stay a while, see you smile under the eaves. Sitting on the porch with a comb in my hand, watching the shadows stretch over the land. My thoughts are like tangles, messy and long, but I'm turning the knots into a different song. One strand of memory, one strand of now, brushing the worry away from my brow. The air is a movement of silver and gold, a story of freedom that's waiting to be told. I'm letting the breeze run its fingers through mine in a way that is human and a way that's divine. Braid the wind and braid the hair, release the ghosts that are standing there. A simple rhythm, a simple task, that's all the healing I ever would ask. Let the wind blow through and make you new. The trees are all whispering a secret I know, about how the mountains were made to grow slow. There's no need to finish, no need to be fast when you're building a piece that was meant to last. I'm weaving the sunlight into a braid, safe in the shelter of the afternoon shade. Over and under, over and through, building a version of me that is true, smooth as the silk and strong as the twine. Everything's going to be just fine. Braid the wind, let it begin. Static and soul on the AM band, a voice from a distant and forgotten land. The frequency flickers like a candle flame, but the feeling it gives you is always the same. It's a low fidelity lullaby, written for people like you and I. Crackle and pop in a bass line so deep, singing the weary world into its sleep. It doesn't need a stadium or a neon light to be the star of your quiet night. Listen to the radio's hum, steady and true. It's playing a secret song just for you. Through the interference in the long distance air, it's telling you that someone is there. In the radio's hum, you're never alone. The DJ is talking in a midnight tone about the beauties that we've always known. A saxophone solo that feels like a sigh, the kind of music that doesn't try to be anything more than a hand to hold in a world that's grown a little too cold. Turn the dial, find the sweet spot in the gray, where the troubles of the sun start to fade away. It's a heartbeat, it's a rhythm, it's a sign that everything is gonna be just fine. Keep it on low through the night, everything's alright in the radio's hum. The book is open, but the page is still white, bathed in the glow of the desk lamp light. You're staring at the space where the story should be, waiting for the lock to find the right key. But don't be afraid of the emptiness there. It's just a wide open breath of fresh air. The ink is waiting, the pen is in hand. You're the architect of the life you've planned, but you don't have to finish the tale today. There's a lot of beauty in the not yet way. The unwritten chapters are the best ones yet, full of the wonders that you haven't met. So put your records on, let the music take flight. You're doing just fine in the middle of the night. The unwritten chapters are yours to invite. Maybe it's a mystery, maybe it's a song, maybe it's the place where you finally belong. The plot can twist and the scenery change. The future is wide and beautifully strange. Don't rush to the ending, don't skip to the last. The present is moving so incredibly fast. Every morning is a brand new leaf, a chance for a joy and a rest from the grief. You're the author, the hero, the light in your story is shining so bright. Write it slow, let it grow. You're doing fine, one page at a time. The ceramic is warm against my palm, a porcelain sanctuary steady and calm. The rain is a rhythm on the window glass, watching the hurried world quietly pass. A swirl of milk like a nebula bright in the middle of the morning's amber light. No phone calls to answer, no places to be, just the steam rising up like a dream from the sea. The clock on the wall is a heartbeat so slow, and I'm ready to let all the heavy things go. And the coffee steam is dancing the walls, hiding the worries and hiding the faults. Just focus on the aroma, focus on the heat in this little corner. Life is so sweet. Let the world spin outside the door. We don't need their hurry anymore. The ink on the napkin is a poem half said of the plans that I'm making inside of my head. Not every vision has to come to the light. Some things are better when they're out of our sight. Just like the sugar that melts in the brew, I'm finding the sweetness in everything new. One sip for the soul, one sip for the mind, leaving the noise of the city behind. Deep in the beans, deep in the brew, something is waking up inside of you. Just a waltz in the steam, living a dream. Narrow aisles and a ladder of oak, a world protected from the city smoke. The gold leaf letters are starting to fade on a shelf where the timeless secrets are laid. I'm lost in the labyrinth of paper and ink, with finally a moment to think. Dust in the sunlight like gold in the air, I'm finding the comfort that's hidden and rare in the rustle of pages and the creak of the floor. I'm finding the things that I lived for before. In the old bookstore, the time is a ghost. The things that we love are the things we need most. A quiet corner with a chair of green, the most peaceful place that I've ever seen. Let the records play low on the gramophone. You're in a kingdom that you call your own. I found an old letter in an atlas of old, of a traveler's story that was never quite told. It's like we're all connected by a silver thin thread between the living and the books that we've read. The smell of the cedar and the scent of the past is an anchor that's holding me steady and fast. Every spine is a door to a different life, far from the struggle and far from the strife. Open the cover and let yourself fall. You're not invisible, you're part of it all. Stay in the pages for ages and ages. The secret is yours. Seven o'clock and the sky is a bruise, the perfect weather for the rhythmic blues. A crackle on the record, a loop in the air. I'm running my fingers through the stillness of hair. The beat is a heartbeat, steady and slow, matching the way that the raindrops flow. Don't need a candle, don't need a light. The gray of the window is enough for tonight. Just me and the rhythm, just me and the sound, while the water is washing the city around. raindrops falling on a lo-fi beat, washing the dust from the empty street. Your heart is a melody, your mind is a rhyme, floating on the water in the river of time. Just listen to the rain and the lo-fi beat. The snare is a snap of a twig in the woods. I'm letting go of the should nots and shoulds. The melody's hazy, the bass line is warm, like a heavy wool blanket in the middle of a storm. Everything's looping, everything's right, in the soft focus glow of a rainy night. Snare and a kick and a soft lit room, banishing the shadows and banishing gloom. It's a low pass filter on the world outside. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide, just the rain and the beat. The sheets are a canyon of cotton and white, a lingering kiss from the middle of night. I'm not a professional, I'm not a machine, I'm a ghost in the morning, drifting and clean. The sunlight is checking the time on the floor, but I'm not opening the bedroom door. The tea is forgotten, the phone is downstairs. I'm floating above all the weight of the cares. The only thing moving is the dust and the beam, and I'm somewhere between a reality and a dream. In the Sunday morning I'm letting go of everywhere I'm expected to go. A ghost in the sunlight, a spirit at rest, with nothing to prove and nothing to test. Let the world wait. On the Sunday morning I'm staying right here. There's a comfort in silence that I didn't know, like the way that the moss starts to quietly grow. I'm watching the curtains do a slow motion dance in a world that is given a second day chance. No need to be useful, no need to be smart, just a rhythmic beating of a peaceful heart. No plans, no lists, no heavy demands, just the soft touch of my own two hands, brushing the sleep from a weary eye, watching the dust motes drift on by slow. Sunday morning, slow, slow. Sunday morning. Dried flowers hanging from the kitchen beam. Life is a fragment of a delicate dream. I'm lighting a candle with the scent of the field, seeing the beauty that the quietness yields. A touch of lavender, a scrap of lace, bringing the grace back into this space. Soft to the fingers, soft to the eye, under a pale in a porcelain sky. The world is a garden that's finally mine, in the way that the light and the shadows align. Lavender and lace in a heart full of light, turning the gray world into something so bright. You don't have to be loud to be heard in the dark, you just have to carry a tiny spark. In the lavender and lace, you found your place. And An old wooden table, a bowl made of clay, holding the memories of a different day. I'm mending the edges of a life that was torn, finding the strength to be quietly born. Every small detail is a prayer in itself, like the books that are resting on the white wooden shelf. Soft texture, soft words, a soft-spoken soul, taking the fragments and making them whole. There is power in the gentle, power in the small. You are the strongest of them all. Lace and light. Good night, world. A jar of clear water and a brush made of sable, sitting alone at the wooden table. The colors are bleeding, red into gold, a story of beauty that hasn't been told. It's okay to be blurry, it's okay to be wet. Life isn't a picture that's perfectly set. Dip in the indigo, dip in the green, finding the spaces that fall in between. The edges are soft and the colors are deep, like the secrets we promise we'll always keep. You've got a watercolor soul, soft at the edges, floating over the fences and over the hedges. Let the colors run wild, let the pigment go free. You're as vast and as deep as the indigo sea in your watercolor soul. You're perfectly whole. Paper is drinking the light and the shade, a map of the choices that we haven't made. Sometimes the splatter is better than the line, in the way that the flaws and the beauty entwine. I'm watching the red turn to a sunset glow, letting the water go where it wants to go. Not every line has to be straight and thin. Let the light of the paper start to leak in. The mistakes are the magic, the drips are the art. That's how you open a weary heart. Just paint the way you feel. Blue light fading on the bedroom wall. I'm tired of answering every single call. The screen is a window to a crowded street, but I'm looking for a silence that is more than sweet. Clicking it off, let the darkness arrive. This is the moment I feel most alive. The static is gone and the signal is dead, but I've got 1,000 bright stars in my head. The air is so cool and the room is so wide. Now that I've pushed all the static aside, in the digital midnight I'm finding my soul. I don't need a like to feel like I'm whole. The pixels are gone, but the stars are still there, hanging like diamonds in the cool night air. In the digital midnight, I'm finally clear. The ghost of the cursor is fading away, along with the shadows of a long busy day. I'm breathing in darkness, I'm breathing in deep, surrendering slowly to a beautiful sleep. The real world is breathing, the real world is here, and it's whispering secrets that only I hear. Unplug the wire, unbind the heart. This is where the real stories start, not in the feed, but in the breath, escaping the noise and the electronic death. Disconnected, but so connected, silence. The only light left in the whole of the block, the rhythmic ticking of a grandfather clock. The ink is a river on the desert of white, searching for wisdom in the dead of the night. You're not alone in the shadows you keep, while the rest of the world is surrendered to sleep. Your eyelids are heavy, but your spirit is keen, like a flicker of light on a dark silver screen. The answers are coming, page after page, in this quiet and hallowed and scholarly cage. In the library too, the silence is loud. You're building a castle inside of a cloud. Every equation and every new line is a star in the dark that you're making to shine. Keep going, keep dreaming, the morning is near. There's nothing to doubt and there's nothing to fear. The cold of the coffee, the warmth of the lamp, a soldier of knowledge in the midnight camp. There's a beauty in effort, a beauty in strain, when you're growing flowers inside of your brain. The world will be different when you finally wake, because of the path that you're willing to take. The giants of history are standing behind the shells and the secrets that you're trying to find. They've been where you are in the cold and the dim. Let the hope in your heart start to overflow the brim. 2 in the morning, the light is still on. The needle is moving to the center of the disc. The final adventure, the final risk. The fire is embers, a glowing red eye, watching the last of the evening go by. It's time to be quiet, it's time to be still, following the curve of the mountain and hill. The silence is waiting just outside the door, like a wave that is waiting to wash on the shore. The music is fading, but the feeling is strong, like the echo of a beautiful and ancient song. On the last record of the longest day, let the remaining music just wash you away. The static is sweet and the melody's deep, inviting the dreamers into their sleep. The last record is playing for you. All dimmed and the curtains are drawn. The world is a heartbeat away from the dawn. We've said all we can and we've heard all the news. Now it's just time for the spiritual blues. A soft-spoken piano and a velvet-like bass is the final embrace in this beautiful place. Click, click, click goes the needle in the groove, with nothing to say and nothing to prove. A circle of peace, a circle of grace, in this dark and beautiful space.